Well, what was the craziest food? Yeah, you kind of already said that, but
Cow water. That was just the weirdest. This is the craziest.
what was like the most crazy experience you had, or dangerous experience maybe?
Um, Walking across the bridge, deserted street at night, and someone following us, trying to rob us. That was the craziest.
What was the most important lesson you learned from your mission?
Um, that what you're doing on your mission is actually learning how to be a disciple of Christ, not a missionary. So when you get home, don't feel like you don't know what to do now. You just learned what to do. You learned to be a disciple of Christ. You still have a purpose when you get home. You're still working to bring yourself and others to Christ. I think that's what I learned on my mission.
What about the greatest skill you gained?
I'd say Spanish, but I don't know how my testimony turned out. Um, uh, I would say to rely and trust on the Lord. He really is guiding everything we do, if that's what our desire is.
What about the most spiritual experience you had? That might be kind of hard to sum up, but
I can think of several. One experience that was, boy, that is hard to pick one. I could go with a lot. Experiences I had with some of my companions, experiences I had with some investigators. One time we were teaching an older man, and he didn't understand anything we were teaching him. We were trying to figure out what to do. And every time we went back, we knew he could read because he had read a couple verses with us. But to keep it quick, he would tell us, "Oh, sisters, just give me some more time. I'm going to read this. I'm going to get every word. I'm going to understand it all." And we'd ask him questions, and he just wasn't really getting anything. And so we went back, and we asked him how the reading went, and he asked us a question about the Ten Commandments. And that's in Mosiah 13 or something. We had assigned him to read something in 2nd Nephi. And we answered his question. We said, I'm just curious, why do you ask about the Ten Commandments? And he said the night before he had stayed up and started reading the Book of Mormon. And he read for 4 or 5 hours. And for the first time, he understood everything he read. Absolutely everything. And it was like night and day. He had just changed like that. And so even if you don't think you're doing anything, God is. And that was a really awesome experience for me to know that God was working with our investigators just as much as we were trying to.
Was there any like really crazy weather at any point, like you experienced?
Yeah. People in Peru don't always have roofs on their houses. And in the rainy season, the rain goes into the house. And they don't have carpets, they all have tile floors. So during the rainy season, there was a couple days when it just poured. And it was just like a waterfall coming down the stairs. And houses would just flood. And one day in particular, they don't have a very good infrastructure there. The rain was so strong that it wiped all the gravel and rocks into the streets. The streets looked like rivers. Boulders like that big were rolling down the street in the rainwater. Pipes were exposed where they were there for plumbing. And we ran our scriptures back to our room, and we spent the day unflooding apartments. That was the craziest weather day I'd ever had.
Um, It's like the best piece of mission prep advice you'd give someone.
Mission prep. Learn to rely on the Lord. The more you can do that before your mission, the better you'll be at it then. Just listening to the Spirit.
What do you admire most about the Peruvian people?
I think this will span Peruvian people. They're loving. I learned that everyone in the world wants the same things. They go about it in different ways, and sometimes that causes conflict. But they all want to have happy families. They all want to be happy. And they all want to be good people. And again, in different cultures, they do it in different ways. But I would say the Peruvian people are so loving. And I think that could be said about everyone in the world.
What was maybe the funniest language mistake you made?
I was trying to think about that one. I don't remember.
That's okay.
I don't know if I have one of those. Not a good one. Sorry.
That's okay. And you kind of talked about some hard experiences, but is there one, like a short one, you could give?
Hard experience.
The whole thing.
I will touch on that. Don't feel bad if you go, even if you leave and you're like, I want to serve a mission because I want to serve the Lord. Don't feel bad if you sometimes don't want to do that one day. You're not a bad missionary. It's extremely difficult to be focused on one thing for 18 months, from the time you wake up until you go to bed. It's hard. And you're not a bad missionary if sometimes you just wish, I wish I could just lay down, watch a movie, and just relax for a second. Because, think about school. Even school is hard. You're focused on classes, and that only lasts 16 weeks. Missions last for a lot longer. And so don't be too hard on yourself. If it's hard, that's okay. It's hard to be focused on the same thing. But just do your very best, and the Lord will help you know what to do better if you need to.